So the lipstick's pink today.
Peach.
Excuse me. And the peach is it? Have you got? So that means you've got peach nails.
Oh, I know, but I knew you'd catch me out with that one. So
now, wait a second. I didn't know anything about this. This is the first I'd heard of it, but apparently it's a big deal. You've got to have the lips and the nails matching. Last week I said, hey, the lips look a bit red. Next minute you showed me the nails and they were just as red. So now I see that the lips are peach. I'm
coral,
expecting...
actually.
Oh, really? Wait a second. How can it be peach and coral?
It's kind of like peachy coral. Coral's the technical name,
Yeah.
but it's kind of like, for a man, it's like a peach.
It's surf and turf going on right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Peach and coral. Anyway, so now this is a big deal. You said it's a big deal. So
Well, yeah.
I see peach. I expect peach fingers. Let's see the fingers.
Oh, they're red. They actually
See,
need doing.
now-
They're
now-
chipped as well, which is really bad.
Now, last week, I didn't think it was important. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm starting to... What's wrong with me?
Okay,
I'm
so
thinking it's important, and I'm kind of disappointed that you're not following your own rule.
I know. I feel I've let you down. I'm really sorry. Basically,
No, but you made the rule. If you hadn't made the rule last week, if you hadn't told me, I wouldn't know.
I know.
You see, this is the problem in this world. The more you know, the more unhappy you are. If you don't know anything, then you're fine. It's blissful ignorance. It's something to strive for.
Yeah.
There should be something you can do that erases things from your memory and rules and stuff.
Well, I'm sorry. Well, what happened was I'd planned to have peach nails, peach toes, and peach lips. The problem is I ran out of time. So I've done the peach lips. My nails are still chipped, which is really bad. And I should have them painted. So I'll paint them when we've recorded. I'll then paint them and I'll be all matching again.
And
But
you said men were work in progress.
Yeah.
It seems everything is work in progress. Nothing's finished.
I know.
This
I
is
know.
like a Spanish holiday resort.
Yes.
Nothing's finished.
I know. Well, it's hard work being a woman. I'm not being funny, but what do you have to do? You have to do nothing. You have to get out of bed, you have to shower and shave and clean your teeth. That's it. You chuck on the clothes that your wife's laid out for you. I have to clean. I have to do the ironing. I have to do the washing. I have to do the ironing. I have to make sure that all my clothes are ready, hanging up, ready for me. Then I've got to do myself. I've got to shower. I've got to dry my hair, which takes at least half an hour. And then I have to do my makeup. And then I have to think about my makeup. It's not just slapping things on, you know. There's a real art to it. That's why they're called makeup artists.
Let me say from personal experience, trousers on, ready to go out.
Mm-hmm.
Trousers off, ready for bed.
Yes.
I can jump out of bed. I'm wearing a T-shirt and undies. I put some trousers on. I'm now wearing a T-shirt and trousers. I can answer the door. I could go out. Mm-hmm. If I want to go back to bed, take the trousers off, I'm ready for bed. Trousers on, trousers off. That's it.
I don't have that.
No.
See, if I was to answer the door just getting out of bed, I think I'd scare the postman off.
Yeah, okay.
He'd be like, oh, God, I don't know this person. She looks awful. So, it's hard work being a woman.
Yes,
Lots to do. So I'm halfway through the changing colours process, which takes a good hour in itself, you know?
Let's move away from you.
Okay.
I've suddenly noticed you're in a different environment.
Yes. So this is the big news I wanted to tell you last week.
What
we
is
ran
it?
out of time.
Right.
So welcome to my new home.
Where is it?
It's in a little place near Fordingbridge, which is it's in Dorset.
So have you rented a new place?
Yes.
Right.
So I'm no longer at my mother's or my brother's.
Right. You've moved out.
I've moved out.
At the age of 30, you've moved out. Congratulations. This is quite the milestone.
For those that have just tuned in, I
Yes.
did move out when I was 21.
Yes,
So I
but it
haven't
didn't
actually-
take.
No. I didn't. I lived out of home for a really long time. I've just moved back for 3 months,
Right.
which was only meant to be 4 weeks, and it ended up being a lot longer. But anyway.
Okay.
So I moved out yesterday.
Yes.
So I found this gorgeous place. I've done really well actually, Graham, because I thought I'll rent a room, because I get lonely.
Right.
I get lonely.
Okay.
I don't have anybody. I don't have a dog. I've got Blackjack, the horse, but he's in the field by himself. So I like being around people. So I don't want to live completely by myself. So I thought, well, I'll rent a room off somebody in a house, and then I'll have the company. But the problem is I didn't want to go. Yeah. I'll go back to
You'll be a
being
lodger.
young, and it'll be cool, and we'll have dinner together, and we can have a pizza and we can watch movies. But actually, all the houses that I looked at, those types of people were all students,
Right.
and I thought I don't really want to be.
We'd
in
have to
student
share a flat, yeah, and like
Yeah.
whose shelf? You'd have your own shelf in the fridge.
Yeah, and they're not very clean.
No.
So I have noticed that students tend to just leave stuff on the floor, and they don't know how to wash up. It's
Right.
disgusting. So I thought I can't really do that. And then this place came up,
Yeah.
and it's this gorgeous. You know how I love the countryside. It is this gorgeous country house. But the best bit is I have my own annex. So it's basically like a flat, but with a huge garden. It's on 2 acres of land, and I have my own kitchen. I have my own bathroom. I have 2 rooms. Well, actually 3, including this one. So I have a lounge and 2 rooms, all for the same price as a shared room in a student house.
You did great. You've actually jumped quite the stage. So a few weeks ago, you were living at home like a 16-year-old.
Yeah, yeah.
And now you're in a granny flat. So that huge space in between, between leaving school and retirement, the working years, has passed you by.
I know. I'm a quick mover.
Wow. Well, if you're happy, then that's all.
Oh, no. It is really cool. It's really nice. I'm in the country. I can't afford a place out here. So it's really nice to rent for a bit. And then still waiting for the flat to go through, though, because that's being sold.
Oh, yeah, you had one of those. Yeah.
Man, that takes ages. Got to wait for the mortgage and the solicitors.
So then what happens? Will you stay in the rented place?
I'll stay in the rented place, yeah, and then just have a bit of a break for a while, I think. Yeah, that'll be nice.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's really good.
Sounds like you're getting it together. That is big news.
Thank you.
Let's have a look around. Yeah, looks all right.
Can you see?
Yeah, I can see.
This is just the lounge.
Okay.
I'll take you on a tour, but then I'll lose you.
Yeah. No, you don't want to do that. Yeah.
No.
So you got all Wi-Fi'd up
so
and everything nice
Wi-Fi,
and quick.
TV.
That normally take... Oh, the Wi-Fi was already...
Wi-Fi's already sorted, yeah.
Poaching someone else's Wi-Fi.
Yeah, the guy next door.
Right, okay. Well,
He's
yeah,
cool.
but it's his house.
Yes,
Right,
yeah.
Well, that works great.
Yeah, no, it's cool. And I've got the parents coming around to have a look later.
Oh, they haven't seen it yet?
No, you know what they're like. They've got to approve.
Okay.
I know. I'm hoping they'll bring some things with them, like food.
Okay.
I have gone back to being a student. It's really weird.
Right.
Yeah. Not for long, though.
No.
I think when the house is sold, I'll get my bumming gear and then I'll buy some.
Only another 35 years and it'll be the kind of place will be ideal for you.
It'll be lovely. Yeah, no, it's cool. What's been happening with you then? You are going on some really important travels, aren't you?
Yeah, day after tomorrow. I'm going to Chicago.
Ah, so cool.
Or as Frank Sinatra once said, my kind of town Chicago is. Which, if you look at the lyrics, I think they were written by Yoda.
Right.
My kind of town Chicago is. That's... Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to Chicago.
Sorry, it took me a minute to get that then. It's because you didn't do it in the voice.
I can't do Yoda.
Go on.
My kind of town, Chicago. I don't know. I can't do it. Don't ask me to do it.
Chicago is.
Yes. Well, there you go. Yeah. So I'm going there Wednesday. Wednesday I fly to Dublin.
Why Dublin?
Oh, that's the greatest trick ever. I can't. This is one of my great travel secrets. You know where I live in Hertfordshire, north of London. Mm-hmm. In traffic, how long would it take me to drive to Heathrow?
Oh, 2 and a bit hours?
No, it's not that long. But it's over an hour. It's over an hour. Maybe an hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
Maybe 2 hours, depending on the traffic.
2 hours on a bad day, yeah.
Yeah, so between an hour and a half and 2 hours. It takes about 40 minutes to fly to Dublin from Luton.
Right.
And about 40 quid return with Ryanair.
Okay.
So what you do is, instead of booking a flight to Chicago from Heathrow, you book a flight to Chicago with Aer Lingus from Dublin, which is considerably cheaper and would be even cheaper now, because you have to pay in euros, would be even cheaper now the euro's on its arse thanks to the Greeks. But anyway, so what you do is you book a flight from Dublin to Chicago, return, and then just get a cheap flight from Luton. So I drive 10, 15 minutes to Luton Airport from here.
Yeah.
And that's the road travel done. get on the flight to Dublin, fly to Dublin, and catch the flight to Chicago from Dublin with Aer
That
Lingus.
sounds like a pain in the ass. Because
Really?
all you've done is you've
that's-
added time on, rather than your driving journey, you've added time on your flying journey. Because don't forget, you've got the hour before.
No, stop
You've
it.
got to be there to check in.
I haven't added any time to the flight. I'm going the right way. I'm going left.
Yeah, but you might be going left, but then you've got to land, and then you've got an hour either way. Okay, so let's take you from Luton.
Yes.
So Luton, you have to be there. You say it's a 15-minute journey. It's not. I've done that journey
From my house to Luton.
Yes.
I've done it we did it when we went to Naples. It's like 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Well, it was supposed to take
5 a.m. It's 5 a.m.
Yes.
It's early.
I went at the same time, and it was supposed to take me 15 minutes, and it didn't. It took half an hour.
Right.
That was the first thing. So half an hour. So I've already lost
half an hour.
another 15 minutes.
It takes half an hour. It's still a lot quicker than getting to Heathrow.
No. Yeah, but then you
yes.
had to park in one of the bus in the car parks.
Julie's dropping me off.
Oh, you're sorted then. Because then I had to get a bus, like one of the ones from a car park bus, from the car park to the airport. That was another 20 minutes. This 15-minute journey is now 15 plus 15 plus
you've
another
got
45.
Maybe I've not explained the full streamlining of the system.
Uh-huh.
The full streamlining of the system is
You have a taxi.
Julie drops me off
Yeah.
half an hour before the plane goes into the air.
Oh, that's pushing it.
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, it's not. Cabin baggage only.
That's a good one.
Exact size measured and weight for the maximum you're allowed as cabin baggage on Ryanair. And this is the other part of the streamlining. If I just go onto, I don't even see, I'm messing with my phone right now. This is the Ryanair app on the phone. And if I go here.
I thought you were going with Aer Lingus.
No, I'm going for their linguist from Dublin.
Oh, okay.
This is, do you know what that is?
That's a QR code.
That's my boarding card.
No way.
I've
On your phone?
already checked in.
See, I don't get this either. Checking in.
Just before, all I do is I get off out of the car. Julie drops me off on the pavement. I walk in. I go to departures. I show them that and my passport, and I'm ready to get on the plane. There's no bags. There's no bags to check in. It's done, and there's my boarding card with my seat number. You will see me in 10E. That's where I'll be sitting.
How dangerous is that?
What do you mean? Why is that dangerous?
You know, the whole checking in before, and that, you know, you don't even need your passport anymore.
No,
and
I
you can
will
just
need
go,
the passport.
You can
but still.
go with your driving license. And so I just don't. What happened to having the lady on the desk where she said, "Hello, Mr. Mack, lovely to meet you. Can I check your passport?" She checks that you're the person that's getting on the plane. All this checking in before, it's just too dangerous. I know, on a phone.
On a phone.
On a phone.
And then when I get to Dublin, then I open up my Aer Lingus app, and my Aer Lingus boarding card is there too.
That's insane. So imagine if a terrorist held you at gunpoint and took your phone.
Yes.
They could order something, order a flight, check in on your phone, and then go and board the plane.
Yes, they could. But the good thing is I won't be on that plane. Don't bother me.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So going back to the timings then.
Yes.
So managing to get in half an hour before, but so that you're lucky that's half an hour, because normally it's an hour. So you're pushing it.
I could get there 10 minutes before and still make the flight.
Oh, no, you can't. It's so pushing it. I had to run. Do you know how big
Cabin
Luton
baggage
is?
on it. I've already got all the liquids in the other thing, and I'm through.
Yeah, but I had to literally run.
I wear shoes with no metal in.
And I had to run for 10 minutes to get to the gate, because the gate's really far away. I'm just
got it all worked out.
I'm just helping
I
you.
know you're trying to complicate things, but I'd sooner be in blissful ignorance.
Okay, well, when you're phoning me because you've missed the plane, you'll say, I wish I'd been there 45 minutes early or an hour early. Just a little bit of warning. The gate is really far away.
I'll get there.
Okay.
It's always the same when you fly. You do the first couple of miles on foot. That's how it works. You just do.
But you don't run.
No, I don't run, no.
You're going to have to run.
Well, we'll see how we go.
I might come just to watch.
Well, I'll be fine. You'll see. I'll be fine. So I'm going to my kind of town, Chicago, because I'm going to the morning show boot camp. I'm making a podcast for radio today and the radio stuff as well.
Are you?
Yeah, well, I usually do when I go to these things. I did one from New York last year.
Yeah. What are you going to talk about?
Whatever they're talking about at the convention.
who you meet? Have you got some meetings?
I am looking forward to meeting Jonathan Brandmeier. Jonathan Brandmeier is a Chicago legend who I've listened to many times when he was on The Loop, WLUP in Chicago. Now he's syndicated across America, and I think Jonathan Brandmeier is sounding better than ever. He is just great. He does a great podcast, and I can recommend it. It's Jonathan Brandmeier. It's
what kind of thing does he talk about?
All sorts of stuff. He talks about how Donald Trump is the best guy that could be president of the United States. I'm not sure if I 100% believe him, but he...
Time now for the Jonathan Brandmeier Show. It's the Johnny B. Podcast.
How'd you like to make $1 million? This in the news today. John Kelsch is the director of the Judy Garland Museum in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. I didn't know there was a Judy Garland Museum in Grand Rapids, Minnesota.
See, stuff in the news, stuff that's happening on. He's just great.
He's very American, isn't he? I'd love to have
that would be because he's American.
Yeah, I know, but they just sound really cool.
Yeah.
Like when they do things, it's really over the top. I'd love to have a little thing at the beginning of Amy's Bubble that went, Amy's Bubble, coming up.
Yeah.
They're just cool, but it just doesn't seem to work for us.
I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't.
It wouldn't sound right, would it?
Yeah.
So what are your plans when you get to Chicago then? Have you been before?
Yeah, I've been. This will be my third time in Chicago. I'm going to go to the hotel and I'm going to fall asleep. Mm-hmm. And then the next day I'm going to go to the boot camp, and then the next day I'm going to go to the boot camp, and then I'm going to come home. But there's a blues club I want to visit called Kingston Mines, so I have to find some people from the convention that will want to go to that. Probably, I know of 2 other English people going, and they are probably more likely to want to go and see Chicago blues than... But I don't know, BJ Shea from Seattle is a good bloke. He might want to come with me. Maybe Gene and Julie, they're going to be there too.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, it's like, I go to these things out, it's like a reunion. It's more of a reunion than anything else. Yeah. So
who are the English ones going?
Do you know Ed James does Breakfast in Birmingham on Heart? Good guy.
Okay, do you like him? Okay, these are people you like?
Yeah. Paul Chantler, who is a consultant, former programmer, was it Essex? Is it the Essex radio station, the commercial station Essex? It was called Essex, I think.
As long as it's people you like.
No, they are. They are people I like.
Oh, yeah. Good. Because it would be pretty bad if you had to share
BJ's a good guy. Steve's a good guy who is BJ's sidekick. Gene and Julie, wonderful married couple. We do. So, yeah, it's really nice. It's meeting some old friends who I only see at these kind of things. Like, I think I've seen Ed James. I meet him at these conventions, and I met him at the Sony's once in London. I don't think I've actually seen him in Birmingham.
Really?
Yeah. It's weird. Yeah. It's like JJ and Dom from The Edge in New Zealand. I've only ever met them in America a few times at conventions, and I saw JJ in London once. But actually, I did see Dom in New Zealand, but not JJ when we were in New Zealand.
See, these conventions are really cool now, because it used to be radio people were quite geeky. It was a bit like Star Wars. If you go to a Star Wars convention, you're going to get like Star Wars geeks dressed up as Star Wars who all talk about something that they're passionate about. But now the conventions are really cool, and they have really cool breakfast presenters.
I don't know. There is this accusation of anarchiness with radio that I don't understand. You mentioned people who go to Star Wars conventions. Mm. The kind of people who go to Star Wars conventions are not involved in the movie business.
Yeah.
The kind of people that are train spotting anoraks do not work for the railways. The kind of people who go to radio conventions work every day on the air, on the radio. It's a totally different thing.
That's why it's cool.
I know, but radio people will say, oh, I'm really geeky, I like this one. Yeah, well, there are the geeky ones, the oddballs who collect bloody jingle packages. And by the way, why is that news? If some radio station gets a whole new jingle package, it's radio news. Anyway, they are weird. They're not the kind of people that go to Morning Show Boot Camp. The people who go to Morning Show Boot Camp are all doing what I'm doing, which is looking for an edge. They're looking for an edge. Yes.
They're looking for something different. But they're also
I go over to Morning Show Boot Camp to steal from the Americans, and then I come back here and steal it and put it on the air and pass it off as my own, and people think I'm a genius.
Oh, good work.
Yeah. No,
They
yeah,
still
no,
stuff
we share ideas. We share ideas. Yeah.
I think it's really nice.
It's
It's a good forum.
It's part of it is sharing ideas.
Yeah, it's a good forum for people to get together who really enjoy and are really passionate about something they do.
Yes. Yeah. It should be interesting though. Yeah.
Cool. Oh. So that's what you got coming up. What have you done this week?
Oh.
What?
Copyright.
Okay.
Copyright.
Yeah.
I got into trouble with YouTube over copyright. Ages ago. Do you remember this?
Oh yes, and they didn't they block your YouTube?
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Actually, you were at the gig. I did a gig with Graham Mack Blues Band many years ago in Poole at Mr. Kipps. Mm-hmm. And
we were front row.
Yes. Now, I think I put 4 or 5 of the songs on YouTube because we videoed the gig. And one of the songs we put on there was High Heel Sneakers by Tommy Tucker. Loads of people will know the Jerry Lee Lewis version. It was written by a guy called Tommy Tucker. Put on your red dress, baby. That song.
Yeah.
In fact, I probably owe him some money now for singing that. But anyway, right. So first of all, I get an email from someone claiming to be Tommy Tucker's grandson saying, you owe me some money for putting that thing on YouTube.
You're kidding.
This is years ago. Yeah. So I emailed him back and I said, you can have a percentage of everything I make.
Yeah, because you don't make anything.
You can have 100% of everything I make from having that video on YouTube. There's no commercial on it. I'm not making any money at all. Mm-hmm. It was a live band. It was a cover version of a song. So he emailed back and he said, that's not good enough. You owe me some money because my grandfather wrote the song. Now, first of all, I've got a problem. He never wrote the song.
Mm-hmm. No.
He wasn't even born when the song was written. He has about as much claim on the song as you do.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned. But through an accident of birth, his grandfather wrote the song. So he said, you either give me some money or you take it off. So I just took it off YouTube.
Oh, no.
Then after about 6 weeks, I thought, oh, to hell with it. I don't even know if this guy's real. I'd called him up by this stage and had a conversation with him on the phone and told him how stupid I thought the whole situation was, and I put it back on YouTube. He complained to YouTube, and YouTube put a black mark against me, a copyright strike, and restricted me for about a year. I could only put videos maximum length 10 minutes instead of, I could put like a couple of hours on. And so they restricted me to teach me a lesson and made me answer some questions on copyright. Thought nothing of it, thought it'll go away. But realized from reading, if I get 2 more strikes, my entire YouTube account will be deleted. And I checked yesterday. In fact, I can probably check right now. No, I can't see it. That bit's not on there. But I had, I've had 29,000 views on my YouTube videos.
That's incredible.
But there's a lot of videos. That's not one video.
Yeah.
That's all the videos I got on YouTube. It's 29. It's 29,000. It's near. I remember thinking, oh, it's very close to 30,000 views on my YouTube videos. Okay. Wow. Well, so I don't want to lose that.
No.
What's on there? So, a little while ago, I found an old DVD of my band Liverpool Direct rehearsing in New Zealand from 1986, before I was married. And we do a version of Pretty Flamingo, the Manfred Mann song, in this rehearsal in the drummer's parents' house. It's hardly showbiz. And thing came up, matched third-party content, which is a copyright issue, because once again, someone else's song. So if you go to that on YouTube, where I'm going there, it said I had to click a thing to admit that it was a cover version of someone else's song. I'd never claimed it was my song, ever.
No.
And so now the copyright owners, the people who wrote the song, which will be members of Manfred Mann, I'm guessing, unless they covered it, they are now running ads on that 2-minute 50 video, and they take some money for when it plays. Which is
they take the money.
Yeah, that's a fairer deal than old Mr. High Heel Sneakers.
Well,
it?
You see, I don't know, because One, I don't see how you get done for it, but all these people that they
Not
have the
getting
guitar.
done. Not getting done.
But they have the guitar and then they just sing like a Justin Bieber song or a Katy Perry song. How do they get away with it? Because you can actually have adverts on your videos and you get the monetary value.
No, it's actually, I think I get a little bit, but not enough to worry about. Anyway, it's a deal that they've decided is fair, that the owner of the song gets a piece of the action for it being on YouTube. Okay? Right. So,
yeah.
Okay, so fair's fair. It's not I didn't write the song. I performed it.
Yeah, but I would have said if they just put a little advert at the bottom that said this song originally by whatever they're called, and then click to buy the album or click, that would be, I think, a fair thing.
But anyway, I'm happy with that. That's fine.
Yeah.
So then the very next video I posted is the video of Julie and I's wedding.
Yes, I wanted to talk to you about that.
Have you seen it yet?
I've seen the start of it.
Okay. Next minute, matched third-party content.
Oh.
A home video of your wedding?
Yeah.
Copyright claim? So I checked and I quickly read it, and there's a bit at the end where we dance to The Lady in Red, which was a song that was playing when we first met, and Imagine by John Lennon. Now, clearly they're not our songs, and I noticed that. So I re-edited the video and took the end off.
Oh,
so
you took your first dance off?
Yes.
Well, that's the best bit.
Anyway, took that off, off the end of the video. Put a new video up. Deleted that one. Didn't edit the one that was on there. Took that off there. Put a new video up. And the new video has come back. This went up 30th of July, so not that long ago. Matched third-party content.
Again?
Yes. So, I looked at it. So if I go match third-party content, I go view details, because I'm like, well, what the hell else song is on there? And the song is Marcia Nuziale, Marcia Nuziale. So you can go play match. So I can play you the song that it's matched.
Okay.
This is it. It's that.
Oh, when you left, as you walk out the
That's
church.
what.
No.
Oh, I'm not joking. As we walk, and it's even played badly by the organist in the church.
Oh, they can't copyright that.
They have.
They just need to go to every church in the whole of the UK, in fact, the whole of the world.
It means you don't put your wedding video on YouTube unless you want a copyright claim against the wedding. This, which must have been written, 600 years ago or something?
Yeah.
It's not even played that well. Bum notes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's annoying.
Right, so when I was worried about the grandson of Tommy Tucker, the original composer of that cannot be alive.
No.
And these must be the great, the family member. It's like they're having a laugh.
I thought that you told me ages ago that when someone dies, after 25 years, if they've composed something.
It used to be 50 years after the composer's death, but that's all changed. They have changed.
Oh, has it?
Yeah, they have all changed that. But that tune, which is called Marcia Nuziale, it's copyright material, and I gotta work that out with YouTube.
It's crazy.
But it's not even played that well. The weird thing is, I'm like, well, and after the Liverpool Direct one of Pretty Flamingo, I'm like, hey, wait a second, I put a version of the same band doing Pinball Wizard.
Yeah.
On an earlier video. But the thing is, if you listen to our version of Pinball Wizard, right? This is it. This is from another gig that Liverpool Direct did. Where's the speakers?
That's better.
There they
the
are.
other side.
Right.
Ever since I was a young boy, I played a Super Bowl. Was so down in Brighton.
We play it so fast.
Is that you?
Yeah. It's a gig. It's a live gig. Right. But we
sound so young.
We play it so fast that the copyright computer that picks up doesn't recognize it as the original. So here's my tip: if you're putting a wedding video up onto YouTube, make sure you speed up the music, and you'll get away with it. Just speed that bit up. So when you're married and you're coming down the aisle, you're like the Benny Hill thing. You're really fast. Speed that bit up, and it's the only way around it.
That's mad.
Because I've been really enjoying going back in time and because I found that these DVDs we made of old VHS cassettes. There's a great one I put up. Was it yesterday? Of my band, The Misfits. Because I've been really enjoying going back in time and because I found that these DVDs we made of old VHS cassettes. There's a great one I put up. Was it yesterday? Of my band, The Misfits. Because Misfits were a great pub band, which I don't think it's really a scene in this country. It was apparently just before punk. There was a thing called pub rock. And we didn't know at the time, Misfits, we were doing pub rock. We used to play these pubs and we used to just have the whole place rocking. And it's an actual video of us playing in one of these pubs. We did functions and all sorts of other stuff. We actually stopped taking bookings for weddings after a while, and we just stopped weddings. But we were the best pub band in the area. And there's an actual video of us playing at the Waipu Hotel in 1988. Misfits. And it's
awesome.
Just so much fun because Steve, the lead guitarist, and I used to really ham it up. And I am convinced that both of us used to go a bit mad every gig. And it's there. You can see it. You can see that, we both lose it. And it's there. It's great.
You really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, you really got me. You got me so I don't know right now.